Welcome back. Today I noticed that there are the new August bots on chess.com, and I'm just going to try to play a few of them to take a little break from doing, serious things like playing the harder bots, playing real people, or trying to solve really high-rated puzzles. So hopefully this will be a little bit of a break for me. There are the back-to-school bots, including ChadThadBrad, rated 575. There is Stanley Funk, rated 1065. Bailey Hoops, 1450. And then this Professor and Eugene, who both are probably rated too high for me. In fact, Bailey might be a little too high for me, but I'm just going to do what I can, and hopefully we'll get something out of this. Let's choose this Chad bot and let the computer choose the colors and see what we can do. All right, I got the white pieces. We'll play the English. Right, Chad or Thad or Brad has made a normal move against this. I usually play g3 when they get the knight out first, and then I usually see the e5 pawn. Oh, but it didn't go very far. I'm guessing that's to protect this push right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fianchetto on my bishop. When they push that, I'll just take, and then when they take, I'll play d4. I assume they'll take back. Okay, I'm going to play d4 now, and then we can work on getting these pieces out like here. Should I block with the bishop and trade off the dark squared bishops now? I think because I normally have trouble with the dark squared bishop here in the English, so I think I'll go ahead and be happy to trade that off. Oh, well, that's not normal. Okay, Chad, Thad, Brad. Should we take with the pawn or the knight? I'm going to take with the knight, I think. I can always bring it back this way. Okay, we're throwing g-pawns now. I still need to develop and castle. Oh, that's free. Yeah, I almost didn't notice that, but that's a free pawn. And now the knight is pinned. Maybe it'll move. Oh, it didn't. I was kind of hoping that knight would move. Let's get this knight out, and then I can castle. I'm still trying to follow opening principles despite the bot, making some obvious errors there. That's not good yet. Oh, the king has moved over one. Pretty sure that wasn't good, but I'm not sure what I can do about it just yet. Let's see. Can I plant this knight here to get out of the way of the bishop and the queen and whatnot? Let's try that. And then if I get this knight in here to e5, then my light squared bishop will be guarding e4 for that pawn push. I think. Maybe that's good. And again, maybe that knight will move here in a second. Oh, the king has moved back. Well, I guess it's entitled to. I just realized their knight's also guarding that square, but, maybe it will jump in there. Let's find out. It did not. Okay. Well, then I'm going to take their d-pawn. I think we can trade d-pawns here. And then I've got to start organizing an attack, like maybe moving my rook over. But first, should I take their knight and then their bishop? Or I can just move the bishop back, right? But then it can, let's see. No, it can't get trapped over there because they don't have the g-pawn. So I think I'll be fine there for a second, and it'll still be pinning the knight, and then I can take their bishop, I think. But maybe they'll move the bishop now. I don't know. Oh, they moved the knight finally. I figured that was coming. Knew they were going to move that knight eventually. Let's just take some pieces here and then finish this off one way or another. Their rook has lined up with my king, but I think that's okay. Where can I go? Can I go here? And no, that's not good. You know what? Let's just take another pawn. Let's do that. That rook's moving all around, lined up with my queen now. Let's see, is there a way I can continue protecting that pawn if I move the knight? For example, if I put the queen over here, now, but then they could move the knight, but then I could move the queen. I would sure like to get that pawn promoted. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Or should I finally get this other knight out of its bad spot? Let's do that. I can bring more pieces to this party. I guess trade the knights. Since I'm up 15 points of material, every trade should benefit me. And then we can put this one here to continue guarding the pawn as well as attack the rook. Oh, they're going to give me the rook for the knight. I'll take it and give up. Okay, and then we're going to, let's see, I'm going to put my queen here to come in here and protect the promotion of this pawn, as well as lining up with this for my d-pawn push. Okay, they just moved that, so now I can promote this pawn to, I might as well promote it to a queen, and when they take it, I will take back with my queen, and this is all but done. Oh, they've come after my bishop, but I'm going to take the knight, then let's bring a rook, like so, and we will start working our way down here. Actually, let's bring the other rook too and just have some fun with this. Okay, we don't want to stalemate, but I think we're safe from that. And now I can diagonal in this way. Let's come in here protected by the rook. And then depending on where they go, we'll bring other rooks like so. And they have to go back in the corner. And then this will be mate right here. Okay, 31 moves for ChadThadBrad. I will remember to save the game. I know last time I did some of these monthly bots, I forgot to do that on a couple of them, so those games were lost forever. And I'm not going to use my game review on this one. I think I'll save that for the next one. And hopefully the next one won't be much more difficult because I'm not feeling really chess-brained today. But I do need to do something every day. A couple of you have talked with me about this, about the bare minimum, quote unquote. Even if I don't have time to make a video and sit down and do one of these sessions every day, I do the bare minimum of I try to solve the daily puzzle on chess.com and the daily puzzle or puzzle of the day on Lichess. And every day I make multiple moves in all my daily games that have come up, in which the opponent has made another move. But on top of that, I try to do at least something here, bare minimum, to get chess in my brain. And that's what this is functioning as here. Computer will choose the colors, and I got white again. So I guess we're going to play the English again and see what Stanley Funk can bring. Okay, we've got this normal e5, and then I'm going to do my normal thing unless the bot, messes up somewhere. The light squared bishop coming out? No. Okay. That's usually what happens when these 3 pawns are like this. Usually the light squared bishop comes out, and I have to protect that pawn. But we're going to get this knight up. Are they going to try to castle queenside? If so, I should probably start throwing pawns over here. Okay, I've seen that a few times. I'm not sure what it's aiming at. I think I could just push e4 now, couldn't I? But that kind of limits where my light squared bishop can go. I think it wants me to push e4, then it's going to come here to get me to push f3, and then it's going to go back. I'm going to castle, and then maybe I'll play d4 here in a second. Nope, I'm going to take that first, and then play e4. Yeah, now I have to play this because they've aimed the knight and the bishop down there at that square. Okay, and we're just going to push that bishop out a little further. And then we're going to come after this. Wait, that knight can come in here. So I need to play. Yep, I need to play a d4 now. Okay, so that their knight can't come in this way. Ooh, it's not quite a pawn fork because the bishop can take. So let's chase their knight first, see where it goes. Okay, it went back that way, which is fine. But I can, get rid of my doubled pawn here. That's protected. But I could just start pushing pawns here. Then where does that bishop go? Is it going to trade off for this? Let's find out. Give me another center adjacent pawn here to help support those. Okay, they have multiple defenders or attackers lined up there, so I think, protect that with the queen. Let's do that. Queen and bishop on my e4 pawn. But we can also just push this, and my bishop will be defending that pawn. The knight going to come over here to g4, sorry, and then maybe keep pushing pawns. I think that's what I'd like to do here, is just keep pushing pawns. But first I want to make sure I don't get forked, and I'm not going to yet because of my dark squared bishop. They've checked me, and now they're going to fork me. Oh, but I still have my dark squared bishop. Then they're going to try that anyway, though, aren't they? They're going to try to do the fork, and no, oh, wow. Oh, this bot's good. Good job, Stanley. Because now I have to come back or take. What's worse? Because if I come back, then they can put that knight anywhere they want, and I'm in check again. But where would they put it? Back where it was? Over here? I'm not sure. But they can't get my queen immediately, so I think I'm okay. Or are they going to force a repetition? This bot's going to force a repetition on me on move 20 because I don't have a choice other than blocking with the rook, which is going to be real bad, I think. Let's see, what else can I do? I can block with the bishop, but they're just going to take that. I guess move over again. Wow. I might be missing something, but I don't think I have a choice here. Okay, the bot went a different way this time, and that's double check. So this time I have to move, and at least it wasn't a repetition. But is it going to go in there again? Yeah? Oh, wow. I got a draw against this Stanley Funk bot. That's pretty bad. I'm going to go to the analysis board here and see real quick, I'm just going to go through move by move and see where that analysis bar jumps. Were we even the whole time, or did I have an advantage and lose it, or what the problem was here? Okay, that was a problem, and I should have played d4 before castling, or e4, or d3. Any of those 4 moves would have been better than castling. Okay, how much did I lose from castling? We went back down to almost even. Okay. d5 was a problem because I could take it, so I was way ahead here, +3. That was one of their better moves. e4 was my best move here by far, and okay, good. Then where did I mess up? Bot plays here, and I should have played not f3. I should have played d4 here, okay, or d3. Again, because the bot is aiming in there, not at anything specific, but it's, getting really irritating in there. Or h3, but not f3. Okay, so f3 lost part of my advantage. The bishop went back, and then I should have played d4. I did, so I'm up +3. So where did I lose it? I'm still around +3. They castle, I'm +3.5. e5 is now not listed, though. Oh, wow. Okay, so right here I lost a bunch of my advantage. I should have played a4. Don't know how I would have found that. Or knight to d4 or king to h1. Okay, because the computer is seeing this. Okay, Stockfish is seeing that they're trying to get they got the queen out here trying to check me on this long diagonal, and I didn't see that. A4 doesn't do anything about that, so I'm not sure. It says if I played A4, they would check me, but I could block with the knight because my c-pawn is still here. Oh, so I bet it's my next move that failed. This one just lost part of my advantage, but my next move messed up because they got this ready. And I could have pushed it out immediately, but I played c4. And once I play c4, I can't block with the knight. I bet it goes to 0 right here. No, it didn't. Okay, so I still had a chance. After they check me, I have to go to h1. Only decent move. And I should have taken with the rook. Well, it says it's equal to move back or take with the rook. Should have given up the rook for the knight, and I would have been ahead. See, I thought I would have been behind if I did that. So I took the draw. And they should have checked me down there? Really? But I'm still ahead no matter where they check me, according to Stockfish. So they check me, I have to go to h1. Their best move by far is to check me. And again, I should have taken it because now it's a draw if I move the king. So this is where I lost my advantage, not giving up the rook for the knight. Well, I never would have guessed that. All right, well, I thought I was doing pretty well against that bot, but apparently not. I'm going to play it again since I have a little bit of time left. And it looks like I will not have time to go on to Bailey Hoops since I'm having trouble getting past Stanley Funk. So let's, again, let the computer choose the colors. And again, it gave me the white pieces. So this time I got white all 3 times, which is weird. Okay, we're going to start the same way again. I assume what's going to happen. Okay, that same pawn out. We're not going to get into the exact position, are we? Oh no, Stanley forgot what he played last time. That's new. Okay, I'm going to play the same thing that I did as far as I know how to. Oh my. Never know what to do about those. Okay, here we go. Is that pawn coming again? No, the queen's coming again. Well, I don't know what to do about that. Except maybe play h3? Maybe? And then if they push the pawn, I can lock it up, right? Okay, I don't know. And I also definitely don't want a castle over there now. Where's that knight coming? Not here. Can I play d4 now? Let's play d4. I know the English always wants me to play d4 because I have multiple defenders on that square. And then d5? I don't know if that's good or not. And then that knight's going to come in here, aiming at that pawn, but also aiming over here. Okay, that's covered. I'm going to protect that pawn. I can develop this bishop now. The question is where to develop the bishop. I don't need it here because the knights are guarding each other. I could put it over there, but the knight's not pinned to anything. It could just move. I'm going to put it over here on b2, which is where I normally put it, and see what these pawns are doing here. Those pawns are doing something. I could come in this way and keep that pawn from moving, and if they come forward, I can take that. Should I try that? Let's try it. It looks like Stanley has given up this pawn and his right to castle because the king will have to move. And then I can bring the knight back. I don't know what this queen is doing, though. What was that move about? It's not aiming at f2 yet, but it could be soon because the queen is protecting that knight move, which would be a check, and I would have to... Oh, wow. Okay, so I have to be careful here, but this is a check. If I check, and let's say they come toward me, and I come back, and they plant this knight here, which is a check, I'm in trouble. Okay, so I've got to do something about that. What can I do about that? I can take this knight first. I don't know if that's any good or not, taking the e5 knight first and then checking over here. I don't know how to stop this knight to d3, so I'm going to take that knight with this bishop and then take here with check. See where the king goes. Okay, it came toward me as I kind of thought that it would, and then I'm going to bring it back where it's safe, and that pawn can never come after it. And I've been checked over here, so now I have to move the queen. Or just put the knight there, right? I think I'll just put the knight there and... Oh, they took it. Okay, well, I'll take that. All right, lining up here. Still not sure that I want to castle. Maybe I'll be okay. I'm going to castle because they keep lining up bishops over here pointed at my king. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And hopefully that's not horrible. This queen and knight and all these things pointed down here were starting to make me nervous, and my king was stuck in the middle. Okay, their king has moved out of the line from my queen, but can't I check and then trade off bishops? Let's check, see where they go. I went back. I could check again, but they have multiple pieces defending that square. Should I trade off bishops now? But that leaves me without the bishop over here and leaves this pawn undefended. My. I really don't know. Let's see. What if I put this knight here? If they take, and I take with the pawn, and I've got doubled pawns here. And if I take with the bishop, I lose this one, and I'm in big trouble. So I guess I would have to take with the pawn. I don't know what else to do. Maybe I could try to work this knight around this way? But then where's it going from there? Oh, it's going to protect that pawn. No, by then they will have traded here, and I will have taken, and they will have pushed this pawn, and I will push this one. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but I need both of these pawns here right now. All right, well, I think this 1065 bot is rated higher than 1065. That's my opinion. You know what? Let's just move this rook over here and see what they do. They took the bishop. Okay, well, that's where we're going here. And they're bringing the other pawn. All right, well, I'm going to offer a queen trade and see if we can get rid of this menace over here real quick. What are they going to play? They did trade queens. Okay, I'm a little less nervous without that queen there because I can lock this up with those pawns. Now I know they're going to try to bring the other one here before too long. I think I want to go ahead and move my F pawn forward to help protect that and also to keep their knight from, or their pawns from coming forward. Okay, they've moved in front of this pawn. I'm going to go over one, aim at this. I think they're going to push their F pawn now. They didn't. Okay. I was going to take this, but their knight's guarding it. So they're aiming at that pawn. I can defend that pawn now. Let's see. If I move my knight to E4, it defends that pawn and doesn't really attack that one. I guess I have to move this rook over to defend that other pawn. Okay. Let's try that. Where are they going? They moved their king. Come in here now. Now that the queen is gone and I don't have to worry quite so much about the menace on this side. Or I can try this idea again, but where would it go after that? Yeah, I'm going to put it on B5 to help protect this pawn, and it's anchored in there. Okay, they've moved their rook again for unknown reasons, but I still can't get to this pawn. I'm pretty sure I don't want to give up a rook for that. But what if I came in even further? Also, I had an idea of A3, B4, and so on, but then that leaves the knight unprotected. But the knight can always move, and then that will leave that pawn unprotected. I play A3, I don't know what they're going to do. They might move the rook back, and then I play B4, and they take, and I take. Yeah, that would end up with the knight and the B pawn unprotected, so not the great plan that I thought it was. But what if I put the knight on A7 and came back over here to C6, which attacks the rook and their E pawn? That's my new plan. I have no idea what to do against this Stanley bot, which is making some obvious not great moves, but I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to attack the rook, see where it goes, and then hopefully take this pawn. It moved over to get behind that. But if that takes here, I'm taking here, and then both of these ranks are covered. I'm going to take this pawn, see if they take me. They did. Okay. I'm going to take there, and then I can drop this back to defend that if I need to. Oh, we're doing this now. Wait, what if I just pushed this pawn? That worked out for me. And then take this pawn. I think I can go over there and get that one too, maybe. Where's that guy going? Not sure. I'm going to go over here and get their B pawn. I don't know what else to do. We're going to trade. We're going to trade for this, I think. Take the B pawn. Okay, we're taking there. And I might as well come over here and get their H pawn too. Think I'm okay. Think I'm okay. They trying to come around? Let's check them first. And I'm not worried about my G pawn because of this. I'm a little bit more worried about them pushing it in there. But I don't know if I take, I mess up this whole thing. And I don't think I can protect both of those pawns. But I'm pretty sure I'm ahead. If I was one rank back, I would check here right now and be done with that. Why don't I try that? I think he's going to check me. I'm going to have to get out of check this way and see where they go. They're going to get behind that pawn? No, they're going to give me this one. Okay, I'll take it. And I'll come back in here and see. Okay, they're going to give me the rook. Very nice. That's over, and we're done. I'm just going to march my closest pawn down there and get a queen and make this easy on myself. I'm pretty sure they have plenty of legal moves over there. This will not be a check, but we're getting close, and we're going to go here and then just come on over. Or, you know, why not come over down there on that end? Well, that was tough. I am going to save the game. I have just passed my time limit here, but I will run the game review just to look at the chart, at the graph really quick. I don't even know if I'll go through this one, but okay, it does look like I was ahead most of the way, but I gave up lots of opportunities there. It doesn't say how many inaccuracies I had. That's one problem with this new game review. It doesn't list inaccuracies, but it says I only made one mistake. Okay, again, why is the 3-minute blitz button there? That doesn't make any sense, chess.com. Just distracting. Where's my one mistake? Just out of curiosity. My one mistake was move 14. Okay, when they put the queen out there, I should have castled. Oh, really? Or played bishop to d4. Oh, to help protect that. Okay, that makes a little sense. I understand that. Or queen to d4. Okay, well then how bad was taking that knight? Wait, I was up 3.5, 3.6, and that puts us at 1.7. That's a blunder, not a mistake. And they took there, and I should have played d6. And I don't know why, but it says they would respond to that by playing c6, and then I would take their c6 pawn with check. I'm pretty sure they would have taken. Oh no, yeah, because if they had taken and I took back, they would just get it with the bishop. So why wouldn't they take? I have to know. c6 is their best move, and I would just take it with check, and they would have to block with the bishop, and I would take the bishop, and they would have to take back with the king, and then I would play f3. Or they could play c5 now, and I would castle. Or they could play bishop to d7 now, and let me have this pawn. Why wouldn't they take? Because, oh, it says I would take it. Oh, because my queen's guarding that square. This is a fork, and I forgot that my queen was guarding that square, so I would get my queen in here now. Now their rook's in trouble because my bishop's covering there, and my queen's covering here. They need to play knight to d7 to guard the rook, and then I would pin that knight with my bishop. Oh, wow. And that's even after I made my mistake. That's what I should have done after this, is play d6. That's pretty high level stuff, but my second best move was what I played, and so apparently I was ahead the whole way according to this graph, because right now we are, oh, the graph moved down here. Yeah, right now we're there, and it looks like we got around +1 for a little bit, and then I was fine, but I did not feel fine. That bot felt really tough. Let me know if you've played any of these new back to school bots. Speaking of which, I think by the time I get this video edited and uploaded, my kids will be back to school, which hopefully will help me do this. During this whole summer vacation, I've, squeezed these videos around being in, because normally when they're in school, I do these when nobody else is home. So yeah, it's been a little tough during the summer. Like right now, I had to make sure, everything was sorted, and that's on my mind because they're right in there. But anyway, let me know if you've played these back to school bots, or let me know what else you're doing to get better at chess. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.